So winter can be really hard because it's long, it's cold, and it's dark. But the one bright spot about winter is that we get to enjoy all the warm drinks we want. Hot chocolate is one of our favorites, so tonight we wanted to show you how to do your own DIY hot cocoa bar. Now, as I was browsing on Pinterest, I saw a lot of ideas that looked really expensive, really time consuming. Pretty much everything that I'm gonna use today are things that you probably have lying around your home. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is to collect a bunch of assorted jars, bowls, and cups that you can put your toppings in. Now they don't all have to match. As you can see, mine look all a little bit different, but for my bar, I just chose a few colors so I could keep it all cohesive. My colors are gonna be gold, red, and green. You could choose blue and silver. You could do red, white, and black. Just something to kind of give your bar a theme. The next thing you're gonna need are some mugs. You can use what you have at home, that is perfectly fine. I actually found these adorable Irish coffee mugs at Dollar Tree. So they're only $1 a piece. Definitely recommend checking out your local Dollar Tree to see what you can find. Next, you're gonna wanna gather a bunch of toppings to go on your hot chocolate. There are literally hundreds of things you could put. We have candy canes, butterscotch chips, sweetened coconut, and we have about 10 other things that we're gonna offer as toppings as well. Feel free to get creative with this part. I think that makes it really fun. You could even come up with your own. You could do like banana chips or orange zest. If you wanna see a full list of the toppings that we're using tonight, I've actually created a printable, which I will link in the description that you can take a look at. And I'm also going to link some of the supplies that I'm using in the description so you can look there for that too. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is make labels for everything. That way your guests know exactly what they're getting and they don't accidentally take a scoop of something they're allergic to. Tonight I'm gonna show you 2 kinds of labels that you can make easily at home. So if you come a little closer, I'll show you how to make those. Here are the supplies you're gonna need. Cardstock, preferably white or brown, scissors, a pencil and a pen or a marker, a hole puncher, and twine. The first label I'm going to show you how to do is a table tent label. This one is super simple. All you're going to do is take your rectangle of cardstock, fold it in half hot dog style, and then you can go ahead and write your topping on one side. I love to play around with a little hand lettering, but you can certainly print it. And then you can also add some fun holiday themed doodles. Here's an easy way to add some greenery, but you can certainly take it whatever direction you'd like. Now, if you are putting any of your toppings in jars, then this label is the one for you because you can hang it with twine around the neck of the jars and it looks really cute. So again, take that rectangle of cardstock and mark the halfway point on each side with pencil. You're going to use these marks as guidelines to draw your curvy sides, as you can see I'm doing here. It's definitely not a science. Don't feel like it needs to look even on all sides. Once you've connected all the lines, go ahead and cut the label out. Now that your tag is cut out, you can add a hole for the twine. If you don't have a 1-hole punch like I don't, you can also use a 3-hole punch and use the middle prong to punch your hole. And then same as last time, go ahead and write your topping on the label and add whatever doodles you'd like. These labels are quick, easy, and I think they really elevate the look of a cocoa bar. Okay, once you've made your labels, you can attach them to your mason jars. There is a super simple way to do this. Just grab some twine and get enough to wrap around the mouth of it 3 times plus a little, enough to tie it at the end there, and then give it a snip. Now you're just gonna thread one of your tags like so. With your excess, you can just go ahead and tie that in a knot, and all you have to do then is snip off those ends. And there you have it. Super simple DIY labeled topping jars. Now for the super fun part, which is putting it all together. So let's get started. The first thing you're gonna want are a few structures to give your bar some height, some depth, some different levels and textures. So the first item I have is this wooden crate. Already that gives me 2 heights. And then I also have this other tray that I'm gonna set right here. And then the next thing you're gonna want is some kind of table runner or fabric. I am using this white sheer material. It's something I have in the house, and it also kind of evokes the feeling of snow, which I really liked. Just give it a relaxed, tousled look. Another thing that you can use to add height are these dessert trays. I had this one from my wedding. I will link it in the description box below. And I'm gonna set this right here. And letterboards are all the rage right now, so I gave in and bought one, and so I'm using it today as my hot cocoa bar sign. And that's gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna put my mugs right here. As you're putting your bar together, it's important to think about the flow of traffic. You want people to be able to enter the bar on one side, grab their cup and their hot cocoa packet, and then move down and get the toppings. Another thing, I've seen people buy these plastic risers that just lift off the table a few inches and put them underneath the fabric, but I'm cheap. So another thing you can do is use a thick book or a board game. Just stick it right under there, and no one will ever know. I found this super cute little sleigh I had hidden away, and I'm gonna use it to throw some hot cocoa packets in it. Love it. Now, your significant other may not be able to help a lot with the decorating part, but one thing you can do, and what I had Thomas do, was to go ahead and prepare the toppings for me while I'm doing the decorating. So he's in there chopping away and just getting it all ready for our hot cocoa bar. Because this is date night, and you wanna make sure that you're both involved, you're both having fun, and you're both a part of the end result. And these are great because you don't just eat them, you use them as a stir for your hot chocolate. And it gives it a little peppermint flavor.
Good, very good.
Okay, now I'm just gonna fill up the rest of my space on my dessert tray with some cookies and crackers and things. Next up, we've got Heath Bits, coconut and butterscotch chips, and we wanted some mini marshmallows, but we didn't have any, so we took full-size marshmallows and chopped them up. And they look basically the same. Thomas made us some homemade whipped cream because it's way better than store-bought and it's super easy. At this point, I'm pretty much done setting up. I'm gonna add some battery-powered lights, but other than that, I'm just gonna finagle the setup a little bit. If you don't like your setup, just move things around, try different spots until you get something that you really like.
And make sure you don't forget to add spoons because you don't want your guests rummaging around with their grubby little fingers.
How does that look?
Adorable.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, if my husband says so. Okay, I think we are finally happy with our finished product. Are we happy with it?
We're good.
Okay, so generally you would do something like this for a party or a gathering, but we think it's really sweet to just do extravagant things like this for each other. So we're gonna grab a mug and enjoy the evening.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. But as long as you love
for joining us on another episode of Ruth and Thomas. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to our channel.
We release date ideas like this every single week, so make sure you tune in next week for more content. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, all 600 of you. Peace and love from above. But now is the fun part.
Hello.
Shoot. Sorry, cheerleader.
Ready? Okay.